I'm just going to show you. That's what happens if you put a decrease in a decrease. You get that little hole there. So that's why I don't like to do it. I will pass up where I've already decreased and decrease somewhere else so that you don't create a hole. And just decreasing right next to it, there is no hole. No hole. Okay, just keep right on going, and you have 4 decreases on this round. I am coming up to my second decrease. I'm hoping you can see me okay. I've had numerous different children coming in adjusting the camera for me. So hopefully you're not just seeing boobs in the video as I keep trying to adjust things. I wore a white top so that you could see what I was doing, and I have to keep adjusting things so you don't see too much. This wasn't supposed to be X-rated crochet. I do love these plastic crochet hooks, which is kind of crazy. The tip is really nice. This part is not so nice. It doesn't feel nice in your hand at all. But I'm a little crazy. I love crochet so much that I even love the sound the yarn makes on the hook, and on a plastic hook. It just sounds really cool. So I do like it a lot. That's one of my little tucked in strands that I had there. Making sure where I'm at. I thought I was doing that. I skipped a loop. And then I added, all right, let me get back in focus here. Okay. There we go. Again, we are on row 12. We're just double crocheting along. You know, I know that you can make these the exact same way with a single crochet. It would take you a lot longer to make them. And you can make these striped. If you're going to stripe them, you would just, then you are going to have a seam down the back of your boot, which is totally fine. And you would just carry that yarn right on down. You would not be cutting and you just change back and forth and just pick up your new yarn and keep going with the new color. There's a lot of things you can do with these boots. And again, I love the fact with having the leather soles on the bottom. Not that I would wear them outside, But every once in a while, we have a little cheeky run to the parking, to the cars in the, you know, out the front door. You run to your driveway, and sometimes we do that with our slippers on. So that makes it okay to do these. You're not going to ruin them. You're not going to snag the bottoms. Okay, now we're going to go into row 13. And row 13 is another decrease round. However, and I'm going to mark this so I know where I'm at. When we do these decreases, we're going to count 10 crochets and then decrease 1. Count 10 crochets, decrease 1. Again, keep trying on your own boot, slipper, mutluk. As you try it on, if this is fitting snug already, don't decrease. Just go ahead and keep going. Just write it down so you know to do the exact same thing on your other slipper. If you feel that the decreases are not enough, it's still a little gappy in there, you can add another decrease in there. These slippers are able to take that. You have the freedom of doing what you need to do to make it fit your own leg. Just make sure you're keeping track of any changes that you make so that you can go ahead and do the identical thing on your next slipper. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and crochet 10, decrease 1, crochet 10, decrease 1, double crochet, crochet 10, decrease 1, and of course all double crochets. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, I'm stuck over there, 8, 9, 10. And now let's decrease. And now we go right back into the next loop and start counting again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, decrease. I think I hear one of my children getting out the vacuum cleaner, which would be a miracle in itself. But if they do turn on the vacuum, I'll have to stop the video for a moment. So back to 10. We're going on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You're going to decrease 1. I don't know if you've caught it or not, but my little hiding backfired on me, which is a first. Everything's different when I'm trying to videotape things to show you things. Just makes things a little different. So I'm going to go ahead and tuck that back in, because I can feel it as I'm crocheting. It's absolutely fine. It's not going to go anywhere. It is tucked in there very nicely, and then maybe I'll trim it here in a minute. Okay. I lost count. Let me go back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Decrease. Seeing how I am in England, I have become the great tea lover. 1, 2. I'm actually really craving a cup of tea. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then we're going to decrease. So I am going to ask one of my lovely children. Now, I'm not going to decrease on that 10 because that one is a previous decrease and I don't want a big gaping hole. So I'm going next to it, which is not going to harm anything because I'm at the end anyways. I'm almost to the start of my next round. Being from Florida, I didn't used to drink lots of hot tea. I used to drink lots of iced tea. Peach and raspberry iced tea, yummy. But I do love hot tea now. Being here in England, it has something to do with the weather. Crocheting always relaxes me, clears my head, and I just love to sit here and crochet and have a nice cup of tea or a gorgeous cup of coffee. So we are getting ready to start our round 14, which is another decrease round. We're going to decrease 5 on our round 14. So I'm going to get a cup of tea, and you're going to try on your delightful cuffs so far. Make sure that everything's fitting the way that you like it to fit, and make sure you're keeping your notes if you've changed anything, or go get yourself a cup of tea too, and we'll meet right back here. Okay, we're back. We're going to do round 14 with our 5 decreases on this round. So let's get it going. I'm spoiled. One of my children is making my cup of tea for me. So now we're going to do 5 decreases. So I'm going to go ahead and do one because I want to space them out evenly. My daughter said I look bald. My hair's just pulled back in a ponytail, so I'm not bald. Not that you care. Again, we're on round 14 and we're doing 5 decreases. And you want to place them as evenly as possible throughout your round. Thank you, Princess. Thanks, baby.
Don't grab it, it's hot. Here you go.
Thank you.
You're welcome, Mama. That's cute.
Okay, so I'm going to do another decrease. It's okay. And we're going to just keep going around. Need to count. I think I've done 3 decreases so far, haven't I? 1, 2, 3. Now on row 15 you have no decreases. Row 15 and row 16 you have no decreases. So for the next 2 rounds, we're just going to go around and I'm going to talk to myself. I'm talking to you, but you can't respond. And I'm going to count my decreases. I have 1, 2, 3, 4. So I still need 1 more. And I am almost to the end. 1, 2, 3, 4. No, I've done 5. I have done them. You can hear my 2-year-old and the dog playing downstairs. I have a Yorkie. He is a miniature, as some would say a teacup, even though there's really no such thing as a teacup. In any case, that's a whole other debate. He is a miniature, but even so, he's still about 9 pounds. He's a big boy. And my 2-year-old and him, he's 1.5 years old and she's 2, so they've grown up together and they are the best of friends. And they are an absolute trip to watch. They crack us up because she can do anything to that dog. He loves her to death. And he will not eat unless she feeds it to him. And I'm talking ham, fish sticks, fish fingers, chicken nuggets. He won't eat it. But if she gives it to him, he'll eat it. Okay, so we are now on our round 15 and we are double crocheting in every single stitch. And we're going to do that for round 15 and round 16. I hope that from all the tutorials and the videos that I have watched on YouTube when I was first starting out 2 years ago. I started when I was 9. My mother had taught me some, and I was raised Catholic, and the nuns that were good friends of my mom would come to our home and teach my sister and I how to crochet. But I only ever learned double crochet. I didn't even know what it was called. I just knew I could make a blanket that would have really wonky sides. One side would be bigger on this side and smaller down here, and I never counted my stitches, and I never put a border on anything, but I made each one of my babies a blanket, and I had no clue how to do striping, so I had to buy every ball of yarn, had to be variegated, and I just, I loved doing it, but I had no clue what I was doing. But I learned when I was about 9, and then about 2 years ago, I started watching some YouTube videos on crochet, and I just started teaching myself, and there's so many great tutorials out there. So by watching those tutorials, you talk to your video and you say, hey, you didn't tell me what size hook I'm supposed to be using, or what kind of yarn, or where'd you put that hook again, and where'd you pull that stitch from? So I hope by the things that I've learned from watching tutorials that I've covered all those bases. I hope. If I haven't, leave me a note so I know where do I need to improve. This is my first video, so I hope that you're still with me, you're following along, and that you're happy with your project so far. And I am almost done with row 15, almost on the way to row 16. Again, I am not counting stitches on this project because you are trying on your boot, your slipper, your mutluk as you go. And as you do that, you will know exactly what size and how the fit is going to be for you and your leg and your foot. That was my row 15. I am now going to my row 16, and I am continuing to double crochet in each and every stitch. There are no decreases on rounds 15 or 16. We're going to start decreasing again on round 17. But right now, I am on round 16, and I have no decreases. I've just started doing some beading, which I've done some really nice evening handbags, and they come out lovely. You put some beading on there and some zippers, and I've made a nice clutch bag out of bamboo yarn. It came out gorgeous. Prom is coming up, so I thought I'd make some nice evening bags. I have 2 girls that will have a prom this year. I have one that's graduating from high school here in England, and I have one that's graduating from year 6, 6th grade. And going on to high school here in England. I know she'd be going to middle school in America, but not here. She will go on to high school, and they're in high school from year 7 to year 11 when they graduate. And my daughter at 15 is graduating high school. She'll be in college next year, so things speed up a lot. And they go to college for 2 years, or what they call 6th form, but Lexi will be going to college. She's going to college for media, for journalism, and then she will go to university after those 2 years. And I have my 14-year-old son who is in line to hopefully go to Oxford. He's doing so well. That's where he wants to go. That's what he wants to do. And also some more cultural information. My 3-year-old is in school here. He goes Monday through Friday, and he goes for 3 hours a day. He goes from 9:15 till 11:15. He goes from 8:15 to 11:15, Monday through Friday. He absolutely loves it. So, and that is optional, but next year at age 4, it's mandatory to go to school. But this is not a daycare, it's not a paid school, it's public school he goes to, wears a school uniform. Everyone wears school uniforms in England. And it's an excellent school. We love his teachers. And he has a blast. He absolutely loves it. Incidentally, he's a little smarty pants. All my kids are. They're all very smart. Very proud of him. Alright, I know. Enough of that. Enough of the bragging. I am still on row 16, and I'm going to count my rows here in just a minute. But I'm almost done with this row, and I'm going to count it because we're getting ready to go into round 17, where we're going to decrease 6 times in round 17. And again, keep trying on your boots, your slippers, your mutluks, because you want to make sure that they are specifically fitting you. Everybody has a different size calf. Everybody has a different size foot. I can't tell you how many times I have seen a pair of boots that I have fallen in love with that are knee-high boots. Put them on, and there's this much space in between my calf and the actual boot, and they look horrendous. Well, at least with this, you get to make them fit you exactly the way they should. There are lots of people that can't find boots that are wide enough for their particular foot, or I'm sorry, their particular calf. So you're getting to sort that problem out yourself. Just keep trying them on and add stitches. Decrease your stitches as you need to. Hopefully, my decreases are enough. If not, not a big deal. Just add an extra decrease in there. Okay, I am now going on to round 17, and we're going to go ahead and decrease 6 times. So you're just going to do that evenly around. So let's go ahead and add a decrease. That is 1. This was not the proper top to wear. Could be sitting here with a martini, crocheting, half my chest hanging out. I did say this is not your grandmother's crochet. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and decrease again because I've got 6 decreases to do and I want them evenly done. So here's another one. Oops, dropped that one. So 2 decreases are done already. I just want you to know I love these on too. They are so nice. I have made slippers before, and something about crochet yarn, crochet slippers, they feel funny on your foot. They slip, they move, they go everywhere. You walk, half of them flip off. It's very frustrating. You don't have that problem with these because they're high top. They're very trendy. Because they're knee highs. They're very trendy. They fit nicely. And with that leather bottom on it, it's just so nice. That's a nice grip. There is no slipping. There's no sliding. I have wooden steps. And as I'm going up the steps in my other slippers that I've bought, I slip and slide all over the place. As a matter of fact, I fell down the steps a couple weeks ago in those exact slippers. This grips perfectly. So this is fabulous for hardwood floors, tile floors, all of that. I absolutely love this. This cost me £8. I got it at Melbix here in England, but I've seen them at Michael's in America. I've seen them at Joann Fabrics. I'm not sure if Joann's is still open all over the place, but I think I've even seen them at Walmart. If not, look for them online. I'm sure you can find them online. And now because I've been talking, 1, 2. Okay, I have 4 more decreases to do. Let's throw another decrease in here. Keep it nice and even. Once you start crocheting, you learn the basics. You'll find so many things are repetitive in making things that you would never dream of making. I was petrified to learn how to read a pattern. I was just going to do tutorials and only make things that were on videos because I was sure I would never be able to figure out how to read a pattern. I learned how to read a pattern. I actually just learned on my own. I did not watch a video to learn, and now I'm actually writing my own patterns. So just branch out there, get your feet wet, and keep crocheting, because the more you learn, the more you can become your own little designer. It's not so much a craft anymore. It's actually you're designing and making your own clothes, your own knitwear, and hats and all those wonderful things, and you can give them away as gifts and make beautiful sachets. I love to make sachets and put fresh lavender from the front yard and send those off to friends, my grandmother, that kind of thing. Those are lovely. Okay, again, I'm talking. So let's see, where am I? 1, 2, 3. 2, 3, 4. I gotta squeeze 2 in. Yep. Okay, that's good. I'm doing good. Let's put another one in here. And I'm going to need 1 more to finish that row off. So one more decrease. And double crochet. Uh-oh. Pulled through too many loops. There we go. Yep. Took me a minute, but I got there. What are you staring at? Me talking to myself?
I used to record it.
I am. I'm talking to all my YouTube friends. Okay. That was round 17. So let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. That was round 17. We're starting on round 18, and round 18 is no decreases. You're going to go ahead and just double crochet all the way around for round 18 and round 19 and round 20. So for the next 3 rounds, 18, 19, and 20, no decreases. Just go ahead and crochet your little heart out. Double crochets all the way around. Let's go ahead and try this bad boy on. See where we're at. Yep, perfect. You see, we are perfect. Stays up really, really good. And that's not much more to go, and then we're going to start working on the foot area. And when we work on the foot area, we're going to make a chain, and that chain's going to come around this way. So it'll be like a stirrup. Then we'll work we'll work this whole part of our foot, then we'll fasten off, and we'll work the back of this part, and then we're going to put our fur on, and we're done. So, doing very good. Again, we're on row 18, and I will meet you back here on row 20. Okay, we're back, and this should be row 20. You should be done with row 20, actually. So count your rows, make sure you've done row 20, and we're going on to 21, which is a decrease round. So you're going to have 4 decreases in this round. So double crochet all the way around with 4 decreases evenly spaced around this round. It's 1, 2, 3, 'You can hear the babies downstairs screaming pillow fight. It's going to go much quicker now because you don't have near as much to go around. Chester, that's my dog. Hopefully he did not just move the camera. Okay, let's do our 4th. Almost done with row number 21 and going on to row 22, which is just a simple double crochet in each. There is no decreases on row 22. So we're finishing up row 21 that just had 4 decreases. I have to laugh because Chester keeps opening and closing the door right there, coming in and out. jumping up on the bed, jumping down. Okay, done with that row. Now row 22, double crochet in each double crochet, and there is no decreases on this round. Again, keep trying on your slipper, boot, mutlook, and doing it according to what your particular leg needs. Maybe you need some decreases in this round. Maybe not. Try it on and see. I cannot stress enough. Oh, I'll remember where I did. You're not going to remember. You are not going to remember. Write it down. Somebody is not happy downstairs. But don't worry, because the 15-year-old is down there with them. So she is very good with them and will handle the situation. Just keep going around. It's almost dinner time here. It's starting to get dark out. You may have to stop my video. I hear my husband has just drove up and he's in the house. There goes the dog. This is not a doll house. It is not a doll house by any means. Never boring. How I'm able to make this video during the day with all the kids being home is beyond me. It is by the grace of God. Okay, let's see. Almost done with this round. And again, we're on round 22. We're about to start round 23, which also double crochet in every stitch. There are no decreases in round